The story of Pharaoh and Moses, a story of power, pride, and divine deliverance. Long ago, in the fertile land of Egypt, a nation of great rivers, towering temples, and mighty kings, the children of Israel lived as foreigners. They were descendants of Jacob, also called Israel, whose son Joseph had once saved Egypt from famine by the wisdom God gave him. Because of Joseph, the Israelites were welcomed and allowed to settle in the land of Goshen. But generations passed, and the memory of Joseph faded. A new Pharaoh rose to power, one who did not know Joseph and did not honor the God of Israel. As he looked across the land and saw how greatly the Israelites had multiplied, fear filled his heart. He said to his people, "Behold, the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come, let us deal wisely with them, lest they grow and join our enemies." Israel enslaved in Egypt. Out of fear and pride, Pharaoh made a cruel decision. He placed the Israelites under harsh taskmasters and forced them into slavery. They were made to work long, exhausting days mixing mud and straw, molding bricks, and building the great store cities of Pithom and Ramses. Their backs were bent from labor, their cries rose day and night. Yet the more Pharaoh oppressed them, the more they multiplied because God was with them. Pharaoh's fear turned into rage. To destroy them completely, he issued a wicked command to the Hebrew midwives. When you help the Hebrew women give birth, if it is a boy, you must kill him. But the midwives feared God more than Pharaoh, and they let the baby boys live. When Pharaoh confronted them, they told him that Hebrew women were strong and gave birth before they arrived. Enraged, Pharaoh gave a horrifying decree to all Egypt. Every Hebrew baby boy must be thrown into the Nile River. The birth of a deliverer. During this dark time, a Levite woman named Jochebed gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. When she saw him, she knew he was special. She hid him for 3 months, keeping him silent and safe. But when she could hide him no longer, she did something brave and faithful. She made a small basket of reeds, coated it with tar and pitch, placed the baby inside, and set it gently among the reeds along the river Nile. His sister Miriam watched from a distance to see what would happen. That very day, Pharaoh's daughter came down to the river to bathe. She noticed the basket, opened it, and saw the crying baby. Her heart was moved with compassion. "This is one of the Hebrew children," she said. At that moment, Miriam stepped forward and asked, "Shall I find a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby for you?" Pharaoh's daughter agreed. Jochebed was brought in and paid to care for her own child. When the child grew older, he was brought to Pharaoh's palace. Pharaoh's daughter named him Moses, saying, "Because I drew him out of the water." Moses in Pharaoh's palace. Moses grew up in luxury, educated in all the wisdom of Egypt. He learned to read hieroglyphs, studied warfare, leadership, and royal customs. He wore fine clothing and walked among princes. Yet, deep in his heart, Moses knew who he was. He never forgot that he was a Hebrew. One day, when Moses was grown, he went out to see his people. He saw their suffering and felt their pain. Suddenly, he noticed an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Looking around and seeing no one, Moses struck the Egyptian and killed him, hiding the body in the sand. The next day, Moses saw two Hebrew men fighting and tried to stop them. But one of them said, "Who made you a ruler and judge over us? Will you kill me as you killed the Egyptian?" Moses realized his secret was known. When Pharaoh heard of it, he sought to kill Moses. Fearing for his life, Moses fled Egypt and ran into the wilderness of Midian. Moses in Midian. In Midian, Moses sat by a well where he defended the daughters of a priest named Jethro from cruel shepherds. Because of his kindness, Jethro welcomed Moses into his home. Moses married Jethro's daughter Zipporah and became a shepherd. For 40 years, Moses lived a quiet life in the desert, far from the palace, far from power. The once prince of Egypt now walked dusty paths, tending sheep, but God had not forgotten him. The burning bush. One day, while Moses was tending the flock near Mount Horeb, he saw a bush on fire, yet it was not burning up. As he drew closer, God called out to him from the bush, "Moses, Moses." Moses answered, "Here I am." God said, "Do not come closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you stand is holy ground." God revealed himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said he had seen the suffering of his people and heard their cries. "I have come down to deliver them," God said. "And now, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people out of Egypt." Moses trembled. He felt weak and unqualified. But God promised, "I will be with you." God revealed his holy name, "I am who I am." Though Moses protested, God appointed his brother Aaron to speak for him. The battle with Pharaoh. Moses and Aaron returned to Egypt and stood before Pharaoh. They boldly declared, "Thus says the Lord God of Israel, let my people go, that they may serve me." Pharaoh laughed in pride. "Who is the Lord, that I should obey him?" Instead of releasing the Israelites, Pharaoh made their work harder. But God was about to reveal his power. The 10 plagues. God sent 10 devastating plagues upon Egypt. Water turned to blood. Frogs covered the land. Gnats filled the air. Swarms of flies. Livestock died. Painful boils. Hail mixed with fire. Locusts devoured the land. Thick darkness. Death of the firstborn. Each plague showed that Egypt's gods were powerless. Still, Pharaoh hardened his heart. The Passover and deliverance. Before the final plague, God instructed the Israelites to sacrifice a lamb and mark their doorposts with its blood. That night, the angel of death passed over the homes marked by the blood. In Egypt, every firstborn died, even Pharaoh's son. Broken and humbled, Pharaoh released the Israelites. The Red Sea miracle. Soon after, Pharaoh chased them with his army. Trapped at the Red Sea, the people cried out. God told Moses to lift his staff. The sea parted, and the Israelites crossed on dry ground. When the Egyptians followed, the waters returned and destroyed them. Freedom and praise. Israel was finally free. They sang songs of victory, praising the Lord who had delivered them. God had proven that no power on earth can stand against him. Key lessons from the story. God hears the cry of the oppressed. Deliverance comes in God's perfect time. Pride leads to destruction. Obedience brings freedom. God raises deliverers from every bondages.